What's up everybody, it's Dylan here at MountainOps in Stowe, Vermont, and today I want to talk a little bit about Topo Athletic. I've been running in Topos for a little while now. I've loved my Mountain Racer 3s, and now we have the Mountain Racer 4, the Ultraventure 4, and the Ultrafly 5. Starting with the Mountain Racer 4, this is your fast-paced performance race shoe and mountain running shoe. It has a 5mm drop from the rear to the front. It has 28 mils of cushion in the front and 33 millimeters of cushion in the rear. And it's a fairly responsive shoe. The midsole is their patented zip foam, and it's very responsive. I wouldn't say springy, but I definitely feel everything. And I find it to perform exceptionally well in rocky technical terrain where every foot placement really matters. The shape of the shoe, and this is something that's very unique to Topo, is they make shoes that are very ergonomic to the foot. Rather than having your foot try to conform to the shape of a shoe, they make these shoes to conform to the shape of a foot. And that includes a very wide toe box, a nice snug but not tight midfoot, and then a nice narrow locked in heel. Now that's not to say that somebody with bigger heels wouldn't fit this shoe, but it really locks in your heel and prevents any kind of heel lift. And it's just been phenomenal for technical running, long distance stuff. I use this as a daily shoe. I run dirt roads with it, and I really enjoy running in the mountains with this, and it's just been a phenomenal shoe. I'm able to really feel everything, but I have enough cushion to where it allows me to go longer distances. Weighing in at 10.4 ounces, it is a nice light shoe. It gives you enough durability. It's got a nice rock protection here on the toe. The Vibram Mega Grip sole for me has lasted a long time, and you know I'm still on my first pair that I've probably have about 300 miles on it so far, and it's still holding up strong. The midsole I haven't found to collapse or compress it at all. It's just really broken in nicely and then remained so. I haven't felt like it's collapsed like my Ultras did. So this is just a phenomenal shoe. I think it will fit most feet. Especially given that wide toe box really lets your feet splay out nicely. But the lacing system is fantastic. On the tongue you have these lace stays here that help keep the tongue from falling over to the side of your foot. You also have a section for gaiter attachments here. They've changed this from the 3 to the 4. You now have a Velcro bit here for gaiters. The previous version had a proprietary gaiter lace through system here, and then you also have a lockdown point here on the front at the base of the laces near the toes for gaiters. You have multiple lace points up top for a heel lock lace setup. I haven't really found that I need to change the way that it comes laced from the factory. It's just been a really, really nice shoe to be able to use. Moving on to the Ultraventure 4. This is a much more cushioned, much softer feeling shoe compared to the Mountain Racer 4. This shoe is really built for long distance running, and I'd say that this has a really good application for long distance backpacking and through hiking as well, because you have that soft cushion there that's really going to facilitate long miles. The softer zip foam compound in the Ultraventure 4 compared to the Mountain Racer facilitates a much softer feel, a much more plush step, and that's going to allow folks to go a lot farther in any given setting. So I'm thinking through hikers and ultra runners that are really pushing the miles. This shoe is going to be much more tailored towards distance, whereas the Mountain Racer 4 is going to be tailored towards technical terrain and speed. This shoe is built to go the distance, and the tread on it is actually quite a bit different than the Mountain Racer 4. The Vibram XS Trek Evo sole on the Ultraventure 4 is not quite as aggressive as the Mountain Racer 4. You can see also that there's quite a bit less rubber here, and that's going to reduce the weight of the shoe quite a bit. So while these shoes in men's size 9, both weigh 10.4 ounces. You actually have a lot more material on the midsole of the Ultraventure than the Mountain Racer, but the weight is compensated for with a little bit less sole. And that's to soften the step a little bit and give a little bit more cushion rather than the technical, aggressive, grippy tread on the Mountain Racer. And that's just going to facilitate a softer step each time. This shoe does feel quite a bit more airy. And talking about airy, I can actually see all the way through the midfoot of this shoe. And that's just going to lend itself to a really breathable, super fast drying shoe. Again, ideal for going long distances, through hiking, spending multiple days out there where you need your shoes to be able to dry quickly and not get that swamp foot that a lot of folks might get. With 30 millimeters of cushion in the front of the shoe and 35 in the rear, this also has the same 5 mil drop that the Mountain Racer has, but it's quite a bit more cushioned. And that's just going to facilitate, again, a smoother ride for folks. Moving into the Ultrafly 5, this is a road and everyday walking shoe. Right off the bat, you can see that the tread is very smooth. So a good rule of thumb when you're picking out footwear is you want to kind of match the tread to the terrain that you're going to be on. So smooth bottomed shoes, think tarmac, paved roads, maybe light trails, and everyday use. The Ultrafly 5s have the least amount of stack out of anything else on this wall here. With 25 millimeters in the front and 30 in the rear, it still has a 5 mil drop, but it is quite a bit less cushioned, especially when you're comparing it to the Ultraventure 4 here. It's definitely built for less demanding terrain. I'm thinking roads and shorter distances or everyday walking, where you need a little bit of cushion, and you definitely get that with the softer zip foam compound here.